Hello everybody and welcome back, or welcome on in if you're new. My name is Annual and today I am providing you one of my matches from the preliminaries for the Huawei App Gallery tournament. Now if you play App 7 you don't know, there is currently a tournament that's going on for the Huawei App Gallery, and it was open to everyone. As of right now it's just the preliminary matches, so you're probably not going to hear much about it until maybe about a week or two, where the semifinals will be aired officially, of course, and of course the finals. But these are my preliminary matches that I will record. I have one more already done, and I have one more person to fight, and then there's like two more people that I haven't gotten in contact with. But so far, only two matches are done. The other one I have recorded. I just need to get time to edit it, and voice over it as well, and I can get it out. So before we get any further in the video, it's gonna be playing in the background, but I just want to say thank you for Ren. That was his name on Discord. That's the other player on screen here. Thank you for the match. It was pretty dang good. Hope you win your other matches so I can see you again in the semifinals if I make it there as well. And it was a really great game. It was fun. And thank you. So as of right now, my current playstyle, I'm trying to play a little bit of tank down. So I do first pick Eugene into a Carmen, and I do notice that he has Briar and Knockball. Now Knockball's a little bit sus to Ed, but as long as I'm not overloaded with D-Boss, I should be able to manage fighting the Knockball. So as of right now, usually Knockball will be faster than Briar, so I can still pick up Ed and still be fine. I brought Lionheart into Laya if he does go for a long game here. So that's the reason why I picked that. So I was trying to stay in my playstyle, and then I picked some counter picks into his 2 and 3, into his at least his 1 and I guess his second, third pick. So of course he's trying to think of what to pick here. He had the advantage of first pick, so he can obviously pick something that counters my whole team or majority of my team here. But he decides to go for Strays, which I felt was going to be a ban. I don't like fighting Strays because he does way too much damage, but then we saw a Cav last pick. And to be frank, I think I just decided, I don't remember what I picked here, but I know for a fact I think I let Strays through, only simply because of the fact that Cav, I was thinking Cav might do a little bit too much damage in comparison to Strays. Strays only targets tank, where his majority of damage only goes into tank, while Cav can learn pick and choose and nuke. I was even going to think of banning Knockball instead, because I can honestly do enough damage into the Swish units, but I think I ultimately decided just to get rid of the Cav and fight the Strays. Because especially if he S3s with Knockball first turn, it has a chance of provoking or silencing the Strays. He decides to ban Elena because it counters a good proportion of his whole entire team. He has a lot of AoE. So I didn't change any imprints here. There wasn't anyone imprint. I knew Carmen was going to die, so there's no point in AP imprinting her. And so I just didn't decide to imprint Carmen. He does decide to go for the S3 here, and I do get a good counter. I do a very good counter off the end, which silences the Knockball, which isn't really the biggie, but it does. No, sorry, it silences the Briar, so she can't S3 here, and it provokes Knockball, so she couldn't even go for a seal. He does go for the hit on that Ed here, which really won't do much. He self-cleanses that off. But here comes the SC from Strays, and I think we all know what happens here. Carmen dies. I decided to go for the kill on Knockball, so because Laya will be able to cleanse here, and I don't want Knockball to seal anyone. We continue to chip down Briar Witch, and I shouldn't have targeted Strays there in case a duel happened, but no duel happened, so it doesn't matter. I think Yufine does get hit here. Unfortunately, no counter due to blind, and he goes for the soul burn. This, of course, kills Yufine. Now, here's where Lionheart shines. As long as Lionheart survives this attack here, he is done next turn, and that's exactly what happens. So pretty much, I just go for the large chip damage on Laya to at least have a very good chance of securing kill on her, because if I don't kill her, she's gonna solo next turn. And that was pretty much enough damage to probably kill my S3. So I took first round. Nice round, Rin. So he gave me first pick, which is fine for me. Because of the stacking bans, now Elena is off the field for me, which isn't really a huge problem. It's only really used into cleave, and his Cavill is out, which if he decides to cleave is also a big hit to his roster. So I first pick Yufine here, my safest unit, and then once again, since I'm going to play the tank down, having Yufine on my side will be very, very beneficial to me. He does take quite a long time to pick his character here. I think it was due to the fact that, I mean, you saw what he did last match. He fluctuated and tried to pivot into like a cleave or like an aggressive comp, which didn't really work out. So he was probably just deciding how he should go about playing this match here. He just pick up first pick Sene into an LRK here, which is actually very great. It's an amazing combo. I decided to take Aola, which is a really good direct counter to LRK. He bikes. He gets the whole team gets skill null, and I can unbuffable him. Or if I go before him, I can just unbuffable his whole entire team, as well as silence him, so he can't bike me. As well as if I AoE him, he can't spam berries, right? So he goes for hand guy, which is a pretty obvious pick or counter into the man. So so I can't maintain unbuffable on him, as well as the silence. So he goes for a Navy Captain Landy here, which is honestly pretty good pick here. But then I slammed on Biblis. I've been enjoying Biblis quite a lot here. Please do not come after me for my awakening. But I've been enjoying Biblis a lot. She's been spamming death breaks on people. It's hilarious, and I will give you a little bit of spoiler. She does get through in this draft, and oh boy, she is amazing. You guys should build Biblis if you have her. She may not be the best, but I think she is not terrible. Especially into McKenna and Candy. It's her primary picks into. If you have the proper sustain, like right here I have Carmen alongside of Biblis. If you have someone like a Phyllis, her sustain will actually be pretty dang good. Now as you can see here, my primary DPS is Yufine, and I have Aola for debuff, as well as some mitigation in terms of skill players. We have mitigation in Carmen, and we have some form of mitigation coming from Biblis because she does have a blind in her kit. So if I do land blinds, that Candy is not going to do enough damage to us. I do just straight up go for the S3 here. No counter, but we, as you can see, we do land a death break on 2 of the units that we do care about landing on it. Now here I did go AFK for a second, so that's the reason why I didn't click, but the go S3 here was actually the good play here. It gets rid of the anti-crit off the Spectre, so, and also guarantees the silence onto LRK, so he actually misses his first bike, which obviously leads to more survivability on my side, because the less bikes that he does, the better for me. So missing his first bike is really great. And although Hand Guy does cleanse off everything here, the best part is that we were able to strip off that anti-crit off the Spectre, which means that she's in danger of dying a lot more easier than beforehand. If we were to counter on this turn, of course. And I don't remember if I do or not. But yeah, he does S3 here to try to stop Biblis from doing her thing if Candy decides to pop off. Yeah, and I do get an Elbrus here, so it does do a good amount of damage to Spectre. I decided to burn here to try to get the barrier down. Candy does counter, and unfortunately Bibble slows down, but we do get a cleanse off due to a Yola here. I decided to S3 here to protect my skill nullifiers so I can at least have 2 turns or 2 hits before I actually take damage. So because of the immortality stuck on top of the skill nullifier is not going to get dispelled. So of course I don't have my S3 on this turn. So I tried to hit Candy to fish counters out of her so Bibbles can start spamming. But you'll notice if you pay attention to the health bars, I start to take injury. So it seems like this is a Guild Wars Candy and she is not on counter set. So only counters I'll be coming out will be Elbrus. You do get another counter out of Yuffie, and this puts Spectre at a ridiculously low amount of HP. He decides to bike here, and also if you do notice as well, it's gonna be quite a while. This game's gonna be quite a while. So this Candy is on counter, there's no way she's gonna ramp up. And as you can see, I'm still trying to fish out a counter out of non-counter Landy. He decides to burn here. And instead of, I don't know if remember if he S3'd the Yuffie in here. Actually, I didn't check turns, so I don't know if he had the S3 there. But I decided to skip on S3 because out of fear of the Landy countering once again. Which honestly, I could have popped S3 there if had I known. I was trying to see who I can hit here. Once again, hit Candy, trying to fish for a counter. Skipping turn on Yuffie does ensure that I keep her alive though. Do get an Elbrus here, which definitely heals up Yuffie quite a bit. And LRK cannot bike until next turn, which is honestly really huge. If he were to be able to bike on this turn, it would have probably been GG's. So I was able to strip off all of the box here, except for Handguns, unfortunately, which doesn't really matter because he does not have S3 cleanse on this turn as of right now. He does get a duel here, but I was able to S3 with Biblis, and because of the fact that I'm on Knockwell's artifact, I was able to actually defense break most of his team here, I think. Yup. And I just go for the S3 here, and this was game. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll try to get the other video out soon so you guys can see how the other prelim went. But that is pretty much it. Thank you once again for watching, and thank you to Rin for the match. I'll see you guys in the next video. I did try to take a screenshot here. That's for the Huawei tournament because we need to submit those. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time.